with my family dynamic. My mother left whenever I was in, first grade kindergarten, and then we moved around a lot, and then my father ended up passing away, unfortunately, whenever I was still in high school. I'd never fully felt supported throughout my entire childhood. I personally didn't have that typical family dynamic that most students did, unfortunately. My name's Cody Howard. I am currently an associate's degree nursing student at the St. Mary's School of Nursing, which is a combo program with Marshall University. I'm getting ready to graduate here in the spring, coming up on graduation, and I'll be graduating with my ADN, and I'll be going for my bachelor's as well with Marshall. I didn't think that there was any way that I could put myself through college, that I could make something of myself more than what I came from. The Bridge program allowed me to have somebody to, talk to fall back on, and to kind of help guide me through graduating high school, applying to college, everything thereafter. When I first heard about the program, I was kind of nervous about starting the program just because I had never had somebody to speak to about my problems and to help me. I was always a very independent person, and being able to kind of reach out and be like, hey, I needed help with this, or this is going on right now. It was nerve-wracking at first, but then meeting with Ashley, we started building that relationship, that rapport, and it really made it a lot easier.
The Bridge program is a mentorship initiative that started at Mission, West Virginia 9 years ago. What it boils down to is lasting relationships in a teenager's life that leads them on a path that they were always capable of, but weren't able to see because of barriers in their way. So with a mentor in their corner, we've been able to make real lasting connections with every student and their guardians so that they have the support that they need to make a life for themselves beyond high school. One of the first kids that I met was Cody Howard. I saw that there was going to be a FAFSA, financial aid workshop for parents to attend. And then in the corner, I saw Cody there, the only student that had attended this event. And then I learned that he was working full-time. He was working a full-time job. He was coming to school full-time. I learned that he enrolled himself into high school when he moved to the area. He did all that he could, but he was paying his own bills, and he was running on empty.
I had never experienced, the typical life of a kid. As unfortunate as it was, I was a lot more focused on taking care of myself and others. So having Ashley there, and she was kind of pushing me, hey, you're a kid. Be a kid for once. It meant a lot to me because I was finally able to let a little bit of stress off and relax a little bit.
We know that in the Bridge program, it's just as important to help the students feel like they're having a typical high school experience, because that makes them want to do well in school. It makes them want to show up to school. It keeps them out of behavioral issues. They feel like they're part of the school community and that they do fit in. So I worked with a local rental place, and they provided a tux to Cody with the exact colors that he wanted. And I went down and took some pictures on my camera of Cody and his girlfriend at the Capitol in Charleston, and we were able to supply them with some money so that he could take her to dinner before the dance.
Yeah, my girlfriend Rachel, funny enough, we started school together. She's a year ahead of me, so she started college as a business major, and then we both transitioned over to nursing at the same time. She's a massive part in my life, and she's always been that number one person that's kind of in my corner rooting for me. Her and Ashley are the two main ones that I have, and I'm very, very thankful for that.
If you're struggling to understand what the Bridge program is, all you have to do is think about those people in your life when you were a kid that made a difference. A coach, a teacher, a pastor, whoever it may be, they changed the trajectory of the path that I was on. And so being able to give back in a way and have the privilege of mentoring students, it's been a privilege. It's the honor of a lifetime.
I consider Ashley one of my really close friends at this point. She's been there for me throughout the whole entire ordeal of, switching schools, graduating, going to college, and getting everything sorted out. She'll text me, she'll check up on me, we'll go out, we'll get dinner sometimes. Knowing that I have someone there checking on me and just keeping an eye on me means a lot. I feel that anybody that is in a similar situation to that should join the Bridge, just to have that added layer of support and to know that you have somebody rooting for you.
It's such a good feeling to see where Cody's at now, but I know for sure that, 5-10 years from now, he's gonna continue to just impress everyone and just create such a wonderful space for himself and give back to the world in a way that's so natural for a kid like him.